Mad World, it's me, Coach Sess, chit-chatting about that usual thing, MMA. Just gonna have some fun with it. No particular topic. I haven't gotten on in a while and just drop, some words about what I feel is going on in the world of MMA. So just want to chat about some things I've been seeing, mainly online. Things in the real world that actually working out fairly well. I'm getting up in the morning, heading over to Team Rock, and I've got evening sessions at Team Rock and Shell Shock BJJ. Kickboxing is growing at Shell Shock. MMA is growing at Shell Shock. The trainees are getting better. We're not at a team level yet, but there are individuals who are at fight ready. Of course, you're still going to have your regular drama going on in everyday life and training life, but it's so small right now. It's ridiculous, like that. Everything's just going so well. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if I say any drama related to Team Rock, it's just getting those guys to believe that they're the best of the best. Just reminding those guys who they are and what they can do, and keeping them focused so they can stay on task and do it every day, in and out, no questions. Come in, grind. These guys are really good, but when you're in a room full of good guys, sometimes it can be a little daunting. You know what I mean? Like, you don't feel like you belong. And I used to say this, that if you're the biggest fish in the pond in your gym, you're in the wrong gym. And of course, if you're getting smashed every day, you're in the wrong gym. Some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail, some days you're the lion, some days you're the gazelle. That's the way a good gym works. And as long as that dynamic is happening, just stay focused and go to work. Over at Shell Shock, the biggest drama is just mainly with the one pro fighter, Samantha Shell, just having issues with a commission where she last fought, giving her hell, trying to mess with her head. In my opinion, they're trying to mess with her mental health. That reminds me, like, just because the way things are working out in that situation, why it's very important for promotions to stay neutral. I think that when promotions get behind a certain fighter and things don't go the way of that fighter, and that fighter complains, and there might be some economic incentives behind the scenes that we don't know about, but her last fight turned out to be a DQ in her favor, and now they're trying to overturn it. And who pushes that hard? Who pushes that hard for a DQ? Nobody, unless there's something else going on behind the scenes. I know that promotions can reverse decisions based on when they make a mistake, but it's usually like something to do with how they scored the fight and things of that nature. You can't just start reversing decisions on a foul and give the other person a win. That kind of stuff is ridiculous. But that's normal. That's normal drama. For good gyms, you're always gonna have that drama. The drama you don't want is, stuff in the house, like somebody selling drugs in the gym, someone stealing from the gym, someone's bullying another client in the gym, that kind of stuff. That's not acceptable. And, when you talk about acceptable, go on to Twitter. When I think about the social media platforms, and you look at YouTube with all their rules and ethics, and Facebook and how they suppress you when you put something up there that doesn't sound right. Instagram will hit you with a lot of copyright stuff if they don't think you can prove that voice or that music or that sample is yours. But Twitter, almost everything on Twitter is a go. And Twitter, in some ways you could say it's free speech, and then in some ways you could say Twitter is bullying compared to the other platforms. The thing I don't like about Twitter a lot of times is they have stuff like children fighting cops, fighting school teachers, men beating up women. I saw one that was really horrific, where there was I couldn't tell the language, but it looked like it might have been some type of Russian, Ukraine language that was being spoken, where a man was beating a woman, and this other guy comes and kicks the guy in the face to save the woman. And you can tell by the tone. You don't have to know the language. You can just tell by the tone. She was grateful, and she was a much older woman than the guy who was actually attacking her. And there's a point in a fight where, you talk about force continuum, where, if you're defending yourself or defending somewhere, where you become the attacker. Man, if you just saw this video, and I don't show stuff like that, but if you just seen the video, and it probably wouldn't be hard to find, just go to Twitter and type in "man saves woman," and he just kicks this guy in the face, repeatedly. And to a certain degree, man, I'm watching this going, justified. I'm cool with that, because that woman, I mean, you don't know the backstory. That woman could have picked his pocket. I don't know, but she didn't deserve all of that. Yeah, I mean, he was smashing her face into the ground, rubbing her face into the dirt. It was just ridiculous. And at least that's where the clip picks up. But that's what you get when you go to Twitter. That's the kind of stuff you're going to see, and it's rough if you're not ready for it. And then there's a lot of regurgitation of old clips from years ago, and you see things and you think it's current. So you have to be careful with a lot of saturation of fake news, because everybody's just trying to get clicks. And because I work with professional martial artists, fighters, coaches, business owners, I try to remind them that clicks don't mean anything. Conversions do. If it does not convert into some type of action that is going to benefit you and the client, don't do it. Don't get involved. Don't spend all your time trying to worry about your analytics. No one's worried about my post. Don't spend all your time trying to do that. You want to improve your content, but that'll happen if you just post consistently and on a regular basis. You'll just get better ideas. Hey, look, I am Coach Sess, and you've had words with the Mad Coach.